real quick message. It's been a little minute since I said my intro because I don't feel like I need to introduce myself. Y'all already know I'm Queen Boss Lady, your motivational speaker. And you're going to be motivated when you hear me through your speakers. So real quick message. You don't have neighbors. Let's get that understood right now. You don't have neighbors. You have dick monitors. They monitor the intercourse that they feel like you receiving or going to receive. And the main reason why they do this is because they know that Jesus is your real brother. They know that Jesus is your real brother because you got to think about it. Let's get into my notes. Let me go and break my notes down like a pound. They know Jesus is your real brother because everybody treats you like Jesus. Don't they try to get up on you? See, they really mad because they want to get up on you and portray you like they did Jesus. But you're not allowing these people to get up on you. They got to portray you from 5 states over. They got to portray you from way over there, 3 blocks down. They got to portray you from 4 hours away from you, 5 hours away from you. They got to portray you from way over there. Because, see, you learned from the mistake that your brother made. And he didn't really make a mistake. That's what he was supposed to do. Let those people walk with him that was going to betray him and slay him. And you said, you know what? Since my brother already did it like that, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. Now I'm hearing Rich Homie Quan. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. These people mad. And they know Jesus your real brother, but they rather be a dick monitoring spirit in your life. Because, see, we going to break it down, but these are those neighbors that try to treat you as they choose to see you. Since you won't let them get up on you and betray you and slay you, they got to do it from across the street. They got to do it 10 doors, 10 houses down. But not up in your face, not up in your presence. These people, this how you know you a God. Because don't people treat you like a God? They don't give a fuck about you until they ass in trouble. Ain't that's how people do God? They don't care about God. They don't care about praying. They don't care about having a relationship with him until they in trouble. Don't they do you like that? They don't care about nothing. They don't care about your safety, your life, your well-being. They don't care about your children. They don't care about your health. They don't care about good things that's happening in your life. They do not care about you until they are in trouble. That's when they want to care about you. Other than that, they just dick monitoring spirits. Okay? You don't have neighbors. You have dick monitoring spirits. And it be the men that know they could never have you, that will lie on you the worst. Do you know these men sit back and they use you, somebody they don't even know, to get underneath their girlfriend's skin? Let me put y'all up on game. This is what they do. Do you know it or not? You do. They watch you, they stalk you, they monitor you. This is what these men do that you don't even know, right? These your neighbors. Say they're your neighbors. They could live down the street. It don't even matter. They could live next door. It don't even matter. And when they ride in their car or when they see you, them and their girlfriend see you, they be like, oh, that's the neighborhood hoe. And they'll put this in her head that you the neighborhood hoe or you the neighborhood stripper or something like that. They'll put that in her head just to drive her ass crazy. Just to drive her ass Lulu. Because the first thought is, how do you know she's a hoe if you ain't been over there hoeing with her? And you know, we living in a time where these women, they don't got no spines. They don't got no spines. They don't got no backbones. They can't speak up for themselves and be like, well, how you know she a hoe if you wasn't over there horn with her? But they just keep that in their head like, okay, he must have went over there with her, instead of asking, how do you know? They just assume, you know, they just assume they nigga been over there. Let me tell you something. First thing these females do when they get into an altercation, or they having disagreements, or they having trouble in their relationship, the first thing they do is migrate to your house. Migrate to your house, your yard. It don't even matter how they gotta do it, whether they gotta use their kids, whether they gotta. That's the first thing they do when they having relationship problems. Is find a way to your yard, your property, your doorstep. Making it so obvious. Making it so obvious that you having relationship problems. That's so weird. That these women in your community, they sit up here and they do this. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened to me. This is how you know they be having relationship problems. Because like I say, they'll find any way to get into your yard or your face, your space. And it's just like, baby, I'm sitting in my office, and this woman literally standing by my window talking shit loud. Yeah, that nigga, this, da 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 da. So I go outside, I'm like, what's wrong? You know, because that's the first thing I ask, you know, is what's wrong? Is everything okay? Because not on no weird shit, but I had to do that one time. My cat ran up underneath my neighbor's car. And so I'm standing in front of their yard, in front of their car, and I'm talking to my cat like, cat, come on. And so I'm like, this weird. I don't want to, you know. So I started waving to their camera ring, and I started talking to them through their camera ring. And I'm like, hey, you know, I don't mean no harm. My cat ran up underneath your car. I'm just trying to. And they was like, we see you, baby. We know the cat. And I was like, okay, I'm just, you know, letting you know why my presence is at your property, basically. And so she's standing by my window like this. She talking low, but kind of talking high. I already picked up on the energy. Because I just got to be around a certain energy one time, and I'll know that energy if it's on somebody else. So I go outside, I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm just talking on the phone. I say, baby, no, you're not going to talk shit on the phone on my property. Go to your property and talk shit on the phone. That was a lie. You looking for that nigga. And you by my bedroom window trying to see if you, trying to hear if you can hear if your nigga in here. You shouldn't be in a relationship then. Because I'm telling you, that's the first thing they do is migrate to your house when they having a relationship problem. And it don't make no sense. If you that insecure, you need to be by yourself till you get some security about yourself. Till you get some confidence within yourself. But like I said, we ain't letting these niggas off the hook, because the niggas play a big role in putting these type of, you know, seeds, planting these type of seeds in their head to make them think, oh, this where I'm at, the neighborhood hoe. First of all, you ain't no neighborhood hoe. These are men talking shit about you that ain't never had you, never will have you. And like I said in the message, they talk about you the worst. The men that never had you and the men that could never have you talk about you the worst. Women that can never sit at your table, women that cannot get close to you to betray you, they talk about you the worst. They talk about you as if they really know you. Let me finish breaking this down. Okay? These are people that you've never entertained that allowing you the worst. The women that know they can't get next to, okay, I already said that. They mad because you won't let them get next to you so they can betray you. Yeah, just like I said, like Jesus did. Now, they know that Jesus your real brother. Because wasn't you gotta really think about it, right? That's why they was hating on Jesus. Cause he was minding his business, helping people. Didn't they treat Jesus like a celebrity? When he came into the town, everybody wanted to talk to him. Everybody wanted to act like they knew him or get close to him or touch him, or people would gift him. They falling out. They just gotta talk to him. They just gotta touch the hem of his garment. Ain't that why everybody was mad? And then these people that was in high places with all this money, nice clothes, rubies, gold, and all this, they weren't getting that type of attention. People wasn't falling out about them. People wasn't trying to get next to them. People wasn't trying to talk to them. That's how you know Jesus your brother. That's how these people know Jesus your brother too. Because trust me, they up on game, but they sit up here and they want to treat you like a prostitute. See, people treat you according to your bloodline. If you come from a long list of prostitutes and whores, people and you follow into that bloodline, that's how people know you as. That's how you're respected. You're treated as such, right? For instance, let's take the prince of, I don't know what he the prince of, but I know it's a real prince. I can't think of his name right now. Prince Harry, is that his name? Okay. Don't they treat him as such? Don't they treat him as royalty? Because he was born into royalty. That's his bloodline, royalty. So they treat him as such.